Hi guys, welcome to this question discussion series. This is Harshit Bharadwaj. As you know that I'm taking one question per video in this series. One question which is a PYQ from past year question papers. In this text, I'll be talking about Lord Jim's question by Joseph Conrad. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Harshit Bharadwaj. I teach English literature optional for UPSC aspirants. I have been teaching at an academy for last 1 year. I'm a published author with HarperCollins, and I did my master's level education from University of Liverpool. Before we move any further, there is a very quick information that I would like to share with you. An academy are giving a very big discount in their fee structure end of the year. So if you are looking to take their subscription, they're giving this optional plus GS combo discount. So I think it's a pretty big discount if you compare with the fees, and I'll give you more details in the next slides. Those of you who don't know about an Academy subscription, in both the cases, the GS and the optional, you get live classes, you get test series and quizzes, you get a very structured courses. I teach an English literature course, and I teach paper one and paper two separately. The classes are designed by me, and they are set on a schedule, so you know what how the course will look like, what kind of topics we'll be dealing with, and you have unlimited access. That means that you have access to the live classes as well as access to the recorded ones if you miss out on those. There are two tiers of this subscription. One is called Iconic and one is called Plus. In the Iconic, you get personal coach, you get mains question practice, and you get a study tracker. That is an on extra in the Iconic subscription. So you should go and check it out on their website. Links are given in the description. Compare both the options and see which one is the right one for you. In terms of the pricing, this is where the discount is. The 24-month subscription, the 2 yearly subscription, there is a 29% off in the Plus subscription and 26% off in the Iconic subscription. More discount when you take it for 3 years. Still, there is a discount in the combo, as in if you take both GSN optional in any of the subscriptions, you get a good value for money. So it comes to around 5,000 for the Plus subscription, 5,842, and 7,392 for the Iconic. So I don't think it's too bad. Apart from the discounted price that you've seen in the previous slide, you can get an extra 10% when you use my referral code, which is right there on the screen in red, Harsh.Bharadwaj. When you use this, you get an extra 10% off. So that's pretty good discount you'll be getting. Now let's get started and discuss the question. This is from Lord Jim, the text which is in paper 2 syllabus, prose text by Joseph Conrad. And this is a technical question. Discuss the narrative technique used by Joseph Conrad in Lord Jim. So this is one of a recurring question, and you should know this question well. You should prepare this question well. Uh, there are only two kinds of questions in the syllabus. One is the stylistics, and the other is the content-based or thematic evaluation. So this is a stylistics question. What do you discuss in the answer? What do you include in the answer? First of all, this is a paper 2 text, and paper 2 syllabus is primarily modernist syllabus. So to discuss this answer, you should build some premise as to how this text comes across as a modernist text. What modernist features do you see in the text? You have to be careful and stay within the stylistics part. So how is this text a modernist text in terms of its technical features? We will not talk about themes and all that. Primarily how it comes across as a modernist text in terms of its stylistics. Secondly, you will have to talk about the unreliable narrator, that is a modernist feature, and we'll have to talk about how this text has a combination of a first person narration and a third person narration. Talk about each of these points in the next slides. So how does this text become a modernist text in terms of its styling and structure and technicalities? So one of the primary features of modernist writing is self-consciousness of the author, and self-consciousness in terms of that the author is aware that he or she is creating an artificial story. It's creating, is writing it. So they're conscious of this whole process of writing. Now, how that comes across? How do you understand that? The entire text, primarily most of the text, is narrated by a character called Marlowe. And the way Marlowe presents the text, the first three or four chapters, uh, there is a third person narration from Jim's character. But then Marlowe takes over and he recalls and narrates the entire story of Jim. So you should notice that how Marlowe is conscious of the fact that his story might not be believed by the readers or the listeners. So to make his story believable and to make his story credible, everything that he talks about Jim, he gives references and evidence, right? So he tells the listeners where he got this information from. That builds credibility so that the readers, so that the listeners can believe whatever he's telling. It's not something just he made up. So Marlowe is conscious of the fact that he's telling a tale, he's narrating a story, and the story needs to be believable. And to make it believable, he gives references, alibis, evidences of every anecdote, where how he found out about that story or that part of Jim's life. That's how this is self-conscious. This is one of the primary modernist features of this text, and it is part of the narration. So it is relevant to our question here. Second point would be, which breeds forth from the first one, the self-conscious nature of the narration, is the unreliable narrator. A modernist writer is aware of problematic idea of a narrator. Anyone who's narrating a story, why should the readers believe that person? So this unreliability of the narrator has been a major point with the modernists, and the modernists did not like the Victorian novelist or the Victorian literature primarily because of the unreliability of the narrator. The narrator who's giving you a story, who is that person? How to make it believable or credible? Why a text cannot be something told from a perspective of a godlike narrator who knows everything in the story? So, in the modernist texts, you will not see a third person omniscient godlike voice which a reader cannot relate to. That's why in our text, in Joseph Conrad's Lord Jim, we have a narrator called Marlowe. So, Marlowe is the one who's narrating the story, and everything that he's talking about Jim's life, he gives you credible proofs about where he got the information from. So, this unreliability of the narrator and what Joseph Conrad does to correct that. He brings in a narrator who is actually part of the story. So now you know who is giving you the story. It's not just a random voice. Another important modernist device is, now this text is it's an early text. It was published in 1901, so at the turn of the century. So not fully modernist in its techniques and features. So the first few chapters of this text are very much like how novels were written in the Victorian era in the 19th century. So first three, four chapters, we see a third person narration of what happens with Jim and the whole Patna affair. But as soon as we move into the, I think, fourth chapter, a narrator comes in, Marlowe comes in, and then the story is told by Marlowe in the first person narration. So this combination, why this was used, and building upon the previous point of the unreliability of the narrator and the previous one, the first one, the self-conscious nature, you can discuss why this device was used. And I think between these 3 points, your answer is very well covered. You're giving 3 solid points You have to give some references and examples from the text to showcase how this is done, and you have a very good answer in your hands. I can look at your answers. If you would like to write and attempt this answer, this question, you can mail it to me. My email ID is in the description, or you can ask me for it if you would like to attempt this answer. I'll have a look at your answer, and let's see how much I'm able to help you. Thanks a lot, and have a good rest of the day. Bye bye. This is Harshit Bharadwaj signing off.